Hi guys, welcome to the Fourth Moment Weekly Roundup, and this is where you get your weekly dose of local football action. Myself, Shamiel, here with Coach Andrew Pequeno, donning some new spectacles here, so we're getting with the times. Well done, Andrew. Feeling good?
This is old spectacles, the other ones broke. But
Yes,
anyway,
yes.
yeah, it's old but new but old, whatever way you want to go. Yeah, it's been good.
Good.
It's a good week. Yeah.
Nice cold week since we last spoke.
Lots of rain last
of
weekend.
rain, lots of rain.
Surprised a lot of games took place.
Yeah, quite a few games took place.
So yeah, we're good. We got lots of fixtures to go through.
Yeah.
Third division, ABC, and LFA.
Okay, so we're going to go through that right now, starting with Friday evening, the Regional Men's League. Goal 50 and Silver Spurs. Silver Spurs getting a good 3-2 win there. Not good for Goal 50, obviously, because they need the points, but Silver Spurs, I think, almost out of the relegation zone now.
Yeah, they both had a little bit of a buffer. They've done well the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah. Good Hope, not much happening there. Saxon and Good Hope. Saxon winning 4-0 against Good Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Premier United beating Greenwood 2-1. That's a good win for Premier.
Good win. Greenwood struggling. They've got on a patch now again where they've lost a number of games in a row.
Yeah. Also, it's LFA season starting, so it might be players moving.
Yeah, and I mean they can't get relegated. They can't win the league. So yeah.
Jelswani beating Matroosfontein 2-1. That's a very good win.
Matroosfontein deep trouble, Sham. I think they've lost like six in a row now.
That many already.
Yeah, they're in deep trouble. Deep trouble.
Jomo's losing 2-1 to Antalyaspor. That's a good win for Jomo's. I mean, for Antalyaspor.
Jomo's also struggling. Yeah. Also struggling, getting dragged down into that relegation zone, Jomo's. It's tight down the bottom there.
And this result, I thought, was a good result. Also cementing, I think, the way the new guys have done in the league. 1-1 draw for Young Pirates and Ashford.
Yeah, both teams done very well.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
well done. Well done to both. I think it's a good result for Ashford.
Yeah, good result for Ashford.
Yeah.
It was home, actually.
Oh, the home. Okay, good result.
And then on Sunday, we had games there. Jomo's losing 4-2 against Young Pirates.
Yeah, Jomo's. Good weekend for Pirates. 4 points.
Good weekend for Premier, winning 4-3 up against Wanderers.
Good, very good, very good.
Yeah. City, Cape Town City beating YMO 3-0.
Yeah, that was coming.
Then 3-all draw for Ashford at Jelswani.
Yo, a lot of goals, eh?
6 goals.
I can't tell you why we're also in deep trouble, but we'll get there along.
Yeah, we're going to get there along. Yeah. And then on Tuesday, we had games. Goal 50, good result, beating Regersdal 2-1.
Good result.
Needed that point.
Needed that 3 points. Regersdal, obviously, I think, got out of it. But yeah, very good result.
Cape Town Spurs beating Good Hope 3-0.
Yeah, no surprise.
Everybody else.
Yeah.
Cape Town City beating Greenwood 3-2.
Good result. Away from home for City at Solo, very good result.
Apparently, there was a lot of attack there from Greenwood, but the goalkeeper of City doing well. Sabri Losper doing well there.
Good.
Saxon Rovers beating Trinitarians 2-1. Hey, Saxon.
Yeah, I don't think we need to look at the top of the log anymore. I know people are going to tell me mathematically this and mathematically that, but they've only lost 1 game all season. They're going to break all the records that's there in the third division. I just think they're going to keep on going. I don't see, and the teams below them will be knocking each other. So I don't see anybody beating Saxons.
And you're winning by 1 goal every game. Not every game.
It's championship material. Winning material. Yeah.
Antalyaspor ending their weekend off well, or their week, a 4-0 win over Silver Spurs.
Very good result for Antalya.
Very good result. They needed that also, eh?
Yeah.
Looking at the log there, as we said, top of the log, Saxon Rovers, 69 points. Second, City at 58 points. Both the same matches.
There's 8 games left. They're 11 points clear. So it's going to be difficult. They've only lost 1 game all season, Sean.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about earlier on. Third is Young Pirates.
Yeah.
And fourth is Ashford.
Yeah, well done to the two.
And fifth is Regersdal.
Yeah, 3 teams that have done very, very well.
Very well.
Newbies in the league done very, very well.
Very well. And then looking at the bottom of the log, though, that's where
the action is.
So 18th is Good Hope. Obviously 6 points, yes. Goal 50. They need to get out of there. 21 points.
Sure.
Matroosfontein just above them, 22 points. YMO just above them, 23 points. Jomo's 24 points. Silver Spurs, not 25 points, 29 points.
Wow.
And then Wanderers, 30 points. So that's your bottom 6.
Wow.
And Trinis are also the 11th with also 30 points.
Wow.
And then Jelswani, 10th. So the bottom 8 teams, 7 out of the 8. Right?
Yeah, deep trouble.
Yeah.
Anybody can be dragged down. Sure.
Yeah. Looking at the fixtures coming up this week, we've got Antalyaspor up against Jelswani, Matroos up against Good Hope,
No, must win.
Yeah.
Must win for Fontaine. Must win.
Silver Spurs up against Cape Town Spurs.
Yeah.
Battle of the
Derby.
Spurs. Wanderers hosting Ashford.
That'll be a nice game.
Yeah. YMO up against Young Pirates.
YMO also need points.
Saturday, we've got Premier up against Goal 50.
Oh, Goal 50 need points.
Yeah. Trinity's up against Cape Town City.
Yeah, both teams are safe.
Jomo's up against Greenwood.
Yeah, no, Jomo's need the point shot.
Yeah.
They have to win there.
And then on Sunday, we've got Cape Town Spurs up against Wanderers. Obviously,
Spurs should win that one.
That's it. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock kickoff. And then Saxon on Tuesday against Regenstahl.
Should be a nice game.
Yeah.
I still think Saxons have got too much firepower.
Yeah, they're probably going to
at home
get one over there. Okay, so that's the third division.
Sure.
Yeah, sort of, I think, safe to say Saxon.
Yeah. I think so.
It's more about the bottom of the log now.
The bottom is going to be crazy. I think it's going to go down to the last game, Shamiel.
Possible 3.
And obviously not knowing how many teams from ABC either.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go down.
Yeah. Okay, so ABC A Motsepe A League. We got some fixtures or results there of last week. Ikapa and Cape Town Spurs. Ikapa getting a 1-0 win over Cape Town Spurs.
Very good result.
That's a good result for them. Young Bafana and Santos. Santos, after having a good start, not doing too well of late, losing 3-2 to Young Bafana. Oof. Yeah. And then if in
Listen, Young Bafana at home are tough.
Yeah.
We were there the previous week. I think we drew 0-0. Tough to beat at home.
Yeah.
Tough to beat.
If in Rangers and Junction, 1-0 draw, a good draw for Junction.
Like I said last week, Junction got nothing to lose. They have to keep on trying to fight to get to 3 points in every game. And it's, very good result. I believe they had chances to win it.
Okay. And then this result probably not good for either or. Oudtshoorn and Hanover Park 1-1 draw. I think one of them would have wanted a win there.
Yeah, Oudtshoorn scored at 94th minute. To equalize. So Hanover Park almost pulled it off.
Jeez.
Okay. Yeah, I think both one of the other needed a win. I think just to put the pressure on Hope at the top.
Yeah.
But I think Hanover Park will be happy with the point.
Yeah. And well, in their favor, on the same day, Intercity and Hope 1-0 draw.
Yeah, I know that was a very good result for Intercity.
Definitely.
I think and also again you're seeing the teams at the bottom fighting for points.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Not easy.
And then Vasco and Seaside 6-1. What happened?
We scored for a change.
Players came with their boots on.
Yeah, finally. We took our chances. No, listen, we played very well, I thought. And I've been saying, I said on the show last week, we've been coming right again. And I think Saturday, unfortunately, Seaside were on the receiving end of that. They're not a bad team. They're actually a decent team.
They're not. Yeah.
And it was actually, like the previous week, I think Spurs beat Santos 6-0. They get these anomaly results every so often.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that's a good result.
No, we were happy.
They needed that point.
Yeah, we needed it, yeah.
That's why the smile is a bit bigger this morning. Hope last night played against Seaside, beating them 1-0 only. So that's good for Hope. I think that was the catch-up game.
Yeah, the catch-up game. It shows you how tough Seaside are to beat.
Yeah.
Very good result for Hope. They must just keep winning. Yeah.
And for the first time in a long time, on the log, we've got the top 4 or 5 teams all in the same games. So obviously everybody's caught up besides Vasco. So we got Hope top of the log, 18 matches played, 40 points. Very important. Hout Bay, 18 matches played, 36 points. And then Hanover Park, 18 matches played, 35 points. And then close there is Cape Town Spurs with 33 points, and then FN Rangers with 25 points. So basically that top 4 in with a chance, more realistically the top 3. And if you want to dive in deeper, it's probably one of the top 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
I think Hope in the driving seat now. We're getting the results. There's still a couple of tough games that got left.
Yeah.
So it's not over yet. I think there's 6 games left with 18 played. So it's going to be exciting last 6 games.
Yeah. If you look at the defensive record, they also outplay with the best defense record at the moment.
Yeah.
So Hope do concede. But yeah, so let's see. Let's see how it goes. They're the second best goal difference on
they've got to buy this weekend, so it's a good time to watch everybody else get results.
Do they have a buy the weekend?
Yeah. So it's good. We'll see when we get to the fixtures.
Okay. Bottom of the log there. Sorry, I just want to look at the bottom of the log. There's a Junction 8 in the ABC A. Sorry, 8 points in 13th position. And then Intercity 16 points. And then Ubuntu with 17 points in 11th position.
It's tight there.
Yeah.
It's tight.
Right, looking at the fixtures
and
this
one
week.
go down, second bottom plays off, second bottom the other stream.
Yeah. Hanover Park and Intercity this weekend on Friday night. And then we've got Cape Town Spurs. Well, obviously that Hanover Park needs to win.
Yeah.
Cape Town Spurs up against Young Bafana. You would fancy Spurs there.
Yeah, Spurs at home. Yeah.
Then we've got Ikapa up against Ubuntu.
Yeah.
Don't think you can call that one.
Yeah.
Junction up against Vasco. You got,
the
yeah,
top one,
that's
Hyderabad,
tough.
this Friday night, 7:30.
They need the points, and
Friday night, 7:30. They're fighting for points.
Yeah.
We have to be on our game to just.
and you
repel
guys
them.
are inconsistent.
Yeah, we'll get there.
You should see how it goes. And then Houtbay are hosting FN Rangers. That's going to be a tough game, but you probably would fancy Houtbay.
Yes.
Santos are hosting Seaside Spurs.
Yep.
Based on latest form of Santos, you're probably going to say Seaside Spurs.
No. Santos at home, tough to beat, Shamiel.
Okay.
Tough. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, I think Hanover Park and Hope Bay both need to get maximum points to keep the pressure on Hope.
Okay.
And Spurs too as well.
So stream A is still open, guys.
Yeah, open.
Right, looking at stream B,
Yeah.
which is maybe not so open. Looking at results there on the past weekend, Martis and Amar, very good win for Martis, I thought, against Amar, 1-0 win.
Very good.
That's a very good win. Well done there to the team. And the Battalions up against Barcelona, 3-2 win for Battalions. I think that's a good win for them also. Grassy Park and Pequeno Cosmos, 3-0 win for GP.
Very good result.
Yeah, that's very good result. And then Diadora was surprised by this scoreline, 5-1, but Diadora strong at home, man.
I told you, yeah. Royal Blues had to travel. They had to beat them 5-1.
Yeah. Bale up against Ubuntu, very good win for Bale. They need to win also up against Ubuntu Spartans.
Yeah,
them
Bale needed their 3 points to get away from the relegation zone, yeah.
This was a bit of a surprise for me on Sunday. FC Hillside beating Nanini Na All-Stars 1-0. Apparently 2 red cards for Nanini Na.
And a couple of disallowed goals.
Apparently 4 goals scored, which was disallowed.
Yeah.
Then looking at the... Yeah, not good.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment. Anyway, yeah, where were we?
Log.
Yeah.
The Diadora top of the log, 38 points, 16 matches played.
Yeah.
Grassy Park, 32 points, 16 matches. And Amar, 30 points, 16 matches. That's the top 3 there.
Yeah, the next 2 weekends are going to be defined at stream, I think, Shamiel.
Yeah, we need... Not we need.
Bottom of the log?
But Diadora unbeaten at the moment. 16 games played.
Yeah, unbeaten, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Very good. They can go through the whole season unbeaten like FN did a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Imagine the story. Diadora coming in first
all the
season.
promotions.
It's like a chipper.
Yeah, it's all the promotions.
Yeah.
Every year they've been promoted. So, yeah.
Well, they say, what do they say? Strike while iron's hot.
Exactly.
They've been striking.
They got lots of goals. They got lots of goals.
Yeah. Well done. And so look at the bottom of the log. The FC Hillside 4 points only. And then Pequeno Cosmos also 4 points. And Bale there in 10th spot, 13 points. And then above them, Nadine now with 17 points. So Bale need a couple of points there to get them out of that dreaded bottom 2. Okay, and then looking at the fixtures this weekend, we've got Martis up against FC Hillside. If FC Hillside pitches, we're probably going to get Martis win there, I would say.
FC Hillside have to pitch.
Are they ready for 2?
I think so, yeah.
Is it? Okay.
They have to pitch.
And Pequeno Cosmos hosting Diadora.
Nice game.
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
What time? 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Let's see what happens there. Yeah. Tough deal for Diadora. They got to travel, get home from work early, get all the players together because they're used to the 8 o'clock fixture.
That's true.
And then on Saturday, the Nanini All-Stars are hosting Bale.
They need points.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Both of them need points. So
Nanini need to win.
Yeah. Royal Blues are hosting Battalions.
Nice game.
Yeah. Ubuntu Spartans up against Barcelona.
Oh, Derby. Perfect.
Nice game.
That'll be a nice game.
And then Amar in the regular 5 o'clock fixture up against Grassy Park.
Yeah, whoever loses there, I think it's over.
Yeah.
For the stream.
Well, if you look at the log, if Grassy Park loses, then Diadora's was there.
Yeah, both teams. So I think somebody's got to win. They can't even afford to draw. Unless Diadora drop points, which I don't see.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's a good one. It's at top of the tables, with second, third, bottom table, whatever. That's as close. Bottom of the table, we've got Hillside.
Yeah.
And number Pequeno.
Cosmos, yeah. And then Bale. That's what I said.
Shoo.
Okay, cool. So, it looks like we're rushing through the fixtures this morning. So looking at, so that's done. ABC Motsepe and third division. LFA. Now we got LFA. I'm going to see that I'm in the rhythm here. I'm going to carry on. So, Cape District, I think this is probably going to be their 5th week that they're playing. So they started early. I think we could do before Easter.
Yeah.
Brave move there. Let's see if it benefits by the end of the season. So Grassy Park are hosting, well, let me look at the log first. I don't have the results of last week. It's only, like I said, only the 4th week. So Claywood top of the log at the moment. 4 matches played with 12 points. So it's 4 out of 4 for Claywood. Good start for Claywood there. Had a look at Claywood a bit. Good team, a lot of good youngsters, a lot of a nice mix of sort of players. I had a look at them in one of the friendlies. So yeah, they're looking good. Grassy Park, surprised to see this and seeing that they're still in the still playing in the ABC. 3 matches played, 3 wins, 9 points.
Well done.
Saltriver also a good start. 3 matches played, 3 wins. And then Greenwood, 2 matches played, Wolves 4. So yeah, that's just the top, sort of the top 4 there. What do you want to look at?
No, it's looking, sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. Once everybody starts playing all their games and we get players back, it's going to be a very nice league this year.
Yeah, and there's 13 teams in the league this year, Cape District, so there's one team on bye every weekend, and also a lot of midweek games taking place.
Oh, great.
So the idea is obviously to get as many games as possible done before the
winter season
hits and the fields aren't playable, because like in Cape Town, amateur football fields is always an issue.
Yeah.
Right, looking at the fixtures this weekend, tough game. Grassy Park up against Clearwood, just talk about them, both with no losses so far. Greenwood up against Spenston.
Nice game.
Milano, new guys in the league, playing against Ashford. That's going to be at William Herbert. Ashford playing a lot of youngsters there.
Yeah.
Milano, 1 win so far out of their 3 games. So they'll be hoping for a win. Montague Spurs up against Wesley. We know that Montague Spurs,
last year's winners.
Yeah, are going for it.
Yeah, bad start to the season.
Yeah,
one win. Their standards, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss.
Yeah.
Consistent.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Ocean View on a bye. Oregon Spurs up against, they also new team promoted up against Southampton, which I think was also promoted. Southampton won the league last year.
Yeah. Them and Milano got promoted,
Yeah. So where is Southampton? Yeah, they 8th. Also, they've also had one win, 1 draw, 1 loss, like you said, consistent. And then the last fixture there, which I don't think is going to take place, Saltriver up against Wolves. Saltriver obviously with the Super Sevens this weekend.
Yeah.
Was at the field there last night at the tournament. Tournament starting today, Thursday, but everything's in preparation. Tournament delayed there by a day, obviously, because of the weather. But all systems go. Looks there like at Shelley Road, so I don't think that match is taking place between Saltriver and Wolves. Your turn.
Cape Town Tigerberg has started a couple of weeks in. I'm just going to give you the results from last weekend. We had some nice results, and some big results too. So here we go. D'Urberville, who are one of the favourites for the league this year. D'Urberville 3, Vasco da Gama 2. Vasco playing a lot of youngsters. Good win for D'Urberville.
Yeah.
Fishhook 5, FN Rangers 1. Good result for Fishhook. Newly promoted.
Yeah, they were
a couple of years ago. Did well last season to just stay up. Good result. FN Rangers also playing youngsters. Obviously, guys playing ABC. Greenpoint 3, Wegersdal 0. That's newly promoted Greenpoint.
Yeah.
Wegersdal also, got players playing in the regional men's league. The Holy Cross Edgemead game was postponed. Saxon Rovers losing 2-0 to Norway Parks in the derby. Yeah. Good result for Norway Parks. Carrying on, they did quite well last season.
Yeah.
UCT 2, Tableview 4. Tableview, another team that set their sights on winning the league this year. Good win for Tableview. Then Wynberg St. John's 7, Hanover Park 0. Hanover Park obviously have a lot of players playing at Hanover Park, so struggling a bit. Then Tuesday night we had games. Edgemead 3, Saxons 2. Good result there for Edgemead. Also one of the teams that will be fighting.
Yeah.
Then Hanover Park 0, Holy Cross 13. Good win for Holy Cross. I'm going to go there. Norway Parks 1, Fishhook 0. Good result for Norway Parks. Then we had UCT 0, Wegersdal 3, Shamiel. Good result for Wegersdal.
I think that's a good win against UCT. UCT is not last year.
They did well, but you also don't have cards and all this kind of stuff early in the season. And then Vasco 1, Wynberg 1. I thought that was actually a very good result for both teams. I think both teams would have enjoyed that result. Vasco were 1-0 up. Wynberg equalised. So the log, as it stands, after 3 games, Norway Parks 3 games, 9 points. D'Urberville have played 2 games, they've got 6 points. Edgemead also 2 games, 6 points. And Tableview 2 games, 6 points. So yeah, it's very early there at Cape Town Tigerberg Channel. So if you want to look at the fixtures, for Saturday we got D'Urberville versus Wegersdal. That'll be a nice game.
That's at home?
At D'Urberville's at home.
Yeah.
Fishhook versus Edgemead. Edgemead got to travel to Fishhook, never easy. FN Rangers versus Norway Parks, another derby there at Royal Road. Holy Cross versus Vasco. Tough one for Vasco, going out there with the youngsters, but hopefully they can get a result there.
Yeah.
Saxon Rovers versus Hanover Park. I think Saxons will fancy themselves to get a win there against Hanover Park without quite a lot of players. UCT playing Greenpoint, Shamiel. That'll be a nice game. Let's see where UCT are.
Yeah.
And then the big game of the weekend will be Wynberg versus Tableview. I think that'll be a nice game.
Where is it? At Wynberg?
At Wynberg St. John, Saturday, 3:45. And just to complicate things a bit more, there are games on Monday as well, double header. So on Monday, we got Edgemead versus Norway Parks.
Public holiday Monday, right?
Yeah. Greenpoint versus D'Urberville, all games 3:45. Norway Parks versus Fishhook. Wegersdal versus Wynberg. Tableview versus Holy Cross. UCT versus FN Rangers. And Vasco da Gama versus Saxons. So big games there in Cape Town Tigerberg, Shamiel. And then we had Mitchell's Plain. Yes, Mitchell's Plain is back. everyone's favorite LFA, the double-header LFA. I noticed, Shamiel, the first couple of weekends haven't been double-headers.
I don't think they're going to have a lot of double-headers because, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong. But I suppose
there's less teams. Yeah.
There's less teams now.
Yeah. So here we are, results from last weekend. FC Tafelshoek 1, Liverpool Portons 0.
Hey, man.
Tafelshoek, good result. Juventus 2, Beacon City 2.
Okay.
Colville 1, Beacon Spurs 5. Colville have had a bad start to the season. Red Rovers had a good start to the season, Shamiel, promoted. Red Rovers 4, Rockefellers 3.
Remember 2 years ago, they were like losing every game.
Yeah, they were getting hidings, yeah. Good.
Well done for coming back.
Roberton 0, Woodlands 2. Good result for Woodlands. They've also had a good start.
Yeah.
And then Stantif 0, Strandfontein 1.
Well done,
newly promoted Strandfontein, Shamiel, doing well.
Yeah. Strandfontein had a good season last year.
Yeah. So I just want to just have a look at the results, just over the log, actually.
Right, just the log, only a couple of matches.
Teams with maximum points from 2 games are Woodlands, Red Rovers, Beacon City.
Strandfontein.
Yeah, well, they got 4 points, and Beacon City got 4 points. So Red Rovers, Woodlands, 2 teams there, Shamiel.
Yeah.
Yeah, maximum
still
points.
too early in the season.
Yeah, let's look at fixtures for this weekend, Shamiel. Only Saturday. Beacon City versus Stantif. Beacon Spurs versus Juventus. That'll be a nice game. Liverpool versus Riverton. Colville versus Red Rovers. Strandfontein versus FC Tafelshoek. That's at Westridge. That'll be a nice game.
Okay.
And Woodlands versus Rockefellers. That completes the games for this weekend. So yeah, get out to the plane. Saturday will be nice. It's nice weather.
Yes, let's
get out there. Yeah, and they're all at Rocklands and Westridge this weekend, China.
Isn't the games at Strandfontein also?
Strandfontein's only the next week. They might be first of games. It's a Super League games. But the Champions League, everything's at Westridge and Rocklands.
Cool. So is that all you got?
That's all I got.
All right, we've got Northerns now. Looking at fixtures for Northerns quickly before we go. Bellow Spurs up against Belleville United.
Sure.
Bellstar up against Bishop Lavers.
Nice.
Island Rovers up against United.
Yeah.
Ravensmead, Kalksteenfontein. Oh, they survived.
Yeah.
Trinitarians up against Eastern Rovers and UWC against Invincible Cravenby.
That'll be good.
Let's see if we can just have a look at the log quickly there. Also only 2 or 3 matches played. UWC top of the log at the moment with 6 maximum points. Belleville United maximum points 6, and Bishop Lavers, Kalksteenfontein, and Eastern Rovers adding the top 5. So we're gonna look at all of those LFAs. Obviously,
so happy that LFAs are coming. Yeah, please guys, send us guys like Rygate we haven't got yet. Langa, those normal guys we normally
and others, anybody.
Highlight anyone. Any LFA, send it to us.
Send it to us. We'd like to highlight it here on the show.
Yeah.
Cool. If you don't mind us doing so. Anything else before we go?
Salt River Super 7.
Salt River Super 7 this weekend. Gee whiz. Guys, if you're taking part in that tournament, Ali sterkte vir julle.
Yeah.
Because games are late.
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously because the Wednesday fixtures didn't take place, they had to fit in the game somewhere. I'm not too sure how many teams there are, but I know it's a plum. It's a lot. But as I said earlier on, fields are the guys who prepped, they're ready to receive you from Thursday to Monday.
Yeah.
And if you've got nothing to do, you're in the Salt River area, go watch the little minis there.
Yeah.
Very exciting. You pop around there every year. It's like
every year, it's great.
Very exciting. A lot of food vendors. What else? That's it.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I think all the parents enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because it's exciting. They can watch games. The boys and girls enjoy it. It's going to be exciting.
And the venue's nice and compact.
And the venue's very compact.
You can watch quite a few games.
Get there early.
Yeah. Parking is available normally at the school. But yeah, you're going to check it out.
Yeah.
Right, before we go, we're going to say big up thanks to Pequeno, our apparel sponsor. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like, if you find the video on Facebook, you see last week it wasn't on Facebook. Share it there. Share the link. Share it with your friends. We need to up the subscribers, guys.
Please.
Please, kan Allah, asseblief. And until next week, cheers.
Cheers.